I am Yaxi, and I'm a second-year master's student in the Department of Environmental Science at Emory University, and I'm graduating soon in May, which is next month. It's really soon. And for my master thesis here, I mainly worked with soil stuff, so I play with dirt. So I seen the mechanisms of soil carbon cycle in response to climate change. So basically what I am doing is to observe the change brought by temperature rise, so warming, along with one environmental factor. In my case, is the substrate availability, so nutrient, and to see how these two combined can interact and affect the different carbon pools down underground, so in the soil. It's really interesting because for my undergrad, I study environmental horticulture and urban forestry. That's nothing about soil stuff. And then it's all about plant science. It's a major under plant science, and it's about all the plant stuff. And I took a course. It talks about the water, plant, and soil relationship. And I figured, oh, I should probably study soil as well since I'm studying the plants. And soil providing food or have that connection with the plant, the trees. So I minored soil science during my undergrad as well. And for my master's, yes, for my master's study, I searched for majors that relates to both plants and soils. And I got connected to Dr. Debjani Sihi and figured, oh, she's combating the climate change through the soil aspect. And oh, that's really cool. The brief background why we care about soil is because soil stores 2 times more carbon in the world than all the world's vegetation or atmosphere combined. So a slight shift in this delicate balance could result in dramatic change in the air carbon dioxide level. And carbon dioxide is one of the greenhouse gas that leads to global warming problem or climate change problem. So basically, by understanding the soil-centric view of the carbon cycle, we can better understand the soil, carbon, and climate feedback, and to evaluate the potential of soil to store more carbon underground rather than in the air. So basically, it's combating climate change by understanding the tiny piece of soil carbon. Yeah, I would say first to avoid scientific jargons and use really simple and common words to explain things. And even if you have to bring up the really technical terms, just provide really clear definitions, straightforward definitions with simple words. And another thing would be use analogies and metaphors along with visual aids. That would be helpful too. So one example of using analogies and metaphors to explain scientific terms would be like, just imagine you are boiling a pot of water. As the temperature increases, the water will boil more vigorously, right? So in our climate, this is like a feedback loop. So the increase in the temperature will stimulate more microbial activities, which will release more carbon dioxide to the air through respiration processes. And more carbon dioxide being released will further exacerbate the temperature rise. So there is a cycle, and the cycle goes on. So that's like one example of the analogy and metaphors. And another would be let's say the ecosystem interdependency would be your relationship in the community with your neighbors. So every person in the neighborhood have a role to play in that community. So that refers to the ecosystem interdependency in environmental science concept. So I am deeply passionate in environmental science, and I want to know the profound impacts it can have on our planet. So with my degree, I plan to enter a career where I can directly contribute to sustainable management practices or environmental assessments and so on. So I envision myself doing really meaningful projects, tackling down the critical issues we are facing today, like climate change, carbon sequestration, resources management, and so on. Like my primary advisor always tell me, just make connections, just go social, just do not limit yourself in this lab or this classroom. Just go out, talk to people, and talk to diverse people from diverse groups, from different backgrounds, and just make connections. And also, I would want to say, just do not care too much about your thesis. Thesis is just one part of your life. You have so many other parts, and just do not push yourself so hard to just get things done in terms of your thesis project. You still need to have classes, you have friends, families, and you have so many other great things in life.